Hi, this is Matt from Unbearable73, and in this video I will be giving my thoughts on Shill Media, Amazon, the Wheel of Time, and Reacher. This is not going to be a rant about the Wheel of Time fiasco per se. This is more about the media responses to certain things. So right away, let's start with the good news. I'm going to call a browser up here. And I did a review of the Reacher TV series. I hope you go watch my review, and I hope you go watch the Reacher TV series because it's worth it. It's an excellent adaptation of the Reacher book, the first Reacher book anyway. And in large part, I identify that because Lee Childs, the author of Reacher, is executive producing the show. But the key element here is that Reacher hit 1.843 billion minutes of viewing, and that blew away Wheel of Time, which had 1.16 billion. So that was literally almost 700 million more viewing minutes. So now our viewing minutes, the new modern Nielsen ratings, who knows? But the fact that the number's out there means that people, the corporate interests, want you to see it, which is what gets into the reasoning for this video. So I came across this article on comicbook.com by Jenna Anderson. Now, I don't know Jenna Anderson by name. In other words, I can't consciously recall anything else she's ever written. I probably have read some other articles she's written. So I'm not accusing her of anything in specific. Nor am I saying that comicbook.com is a shill website. But there is a phenomenon in media where how to put it, where the media, some by intention, the majority by intention, and others by just following the procedure, say, oh, they're doing it, so we have to kind of do it to be relevant and show up in the search engines, where they structure their articles and arguments to favor the argument put forth by the corporate media, by the corporation, so to speak. So Amazon spent money on Wheel of Time. They wanted Wheel of Time to be a Game of Thrones type of hit. And it clearly wasn't because it ignored the source material, had a lot of bad writing. Those are the two main reasons. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of wokeness in it, but that's not, honestly, that's not the reason it failed. The reason it failed was it ignored the source material, and meaning it made elements in the show contrary to the source material, and there was horrible writing even within the context of what they tried to do. So, but Amazon wanted that to be big. So Amazon put a lot of press out for that. Then right around the same time, Amazon put Reacher out. And Reacher did hit big, way bigger. Yet, look at the article title here. Wheel of Time beat out by a new hit Amazon Prime series in 3 days. Where's the word name Reacher in there? Like 90% of people are going to look at that and say, what is the other series? And even though, yeah, the curiosity might draw you in to see what the name of the other series is, the emphasis in the title is going to focus you with Wheel of Time, Amazon, more important, whatever we mentioned in here. That's psychology. Your brain's going to say the important stuff is in the title. That's just the way we work. Headlines mean something. So now if they had said Amazon big time project beaten out by, then you might be that might frame the article differently. But and even when you read through the article here, now Miss Anderson here does have a lot of interesting facts, and she does well with that presentation. You know, she mentions that the ratings involved, give you a description of the first season, which is based on the first book, you know, casting and whatever. And she goes on to have generally good commentary on Reacher from a journalistic point of view. That being said, the article head gives emphasis to Wheel of Time and not Reacher. You need, you know, and that's just a little example. We'll see this time and time again in media where a large organization, the structure of what a large organization wants to put out there overwhelms the truth. Whether it comes to a recent disease going around in the last couple of years, whether it comes to a certain military event occurring, in Europe right now, whether it comes to big time movies. Remember the Joker from a couple of years ago? Joker was a very good movie. It earned the money it did, but the media constantly sold you a message about this film that it was not what you should be seeing. That our other corporate products would be better for you to see. We all could remember that, but people won't see it despite that. And there was a lot of what do people call it? A lot of hurt feelings by media members. This phenomenon has been around for a long time, but now it's particularly bad. These giant corporations have gotten so big that they are more than just big companies. They're integral parts of the economy. There was a saying back in 2008 or so when the scandal happened with banks where they were too big to fail, and then there were corporations too big to fail when they bailed out General Motors and all that. Well, these corporations are because they're too big to fail, they're protected by the government instead of being broken up and punished. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I want to break up every big business. I think we have a legitimate need for large corporations in the world, but I think that power should be curtailed. And part of that power should be way more truth in advertising and way more separation between the media and what they report on. There should be there should be some sort of ethical enforcement by the industry to stop the media from constructing their narrative to suit these large corporations. And I think most of you can agree with that. So if you have any thoughts on this, give me comments down below. If you want to hear more from me on this topic, maybe ask some questions about it. If you like it, give me a like. If you don't, give me a dislike. Subscribe if you're interested in more content. If you want to hear more of my content and my awkward stumbling use of the English language in a video, this is Matt from Unbearable73. Hope you have a nice day. Reporting from a rainy, cold New Jersey afternoon. I'm out of here.